Oh, good
What's
Lord.
coming? Here we go.
Okay, here's what they gave me. Okay, show this camera, guys. So they gave me these cupcakes when I wore my Dolphins hat backwards.
Oh, nice.
Can you see that? I love cupcakes. Cupcakes, great.
Did they get your birthday right on there?
It's close enough. All right, so we're gonna, are you done, by the way?
No. We want to still talk about your birthday.
No, we don't.
No, okay. All right. I guess we're done.
So everybody come over here. I'm going to read a commercial. You guys come and get these cupcakes. These are stellar. There's never been a bad cupcake.
Could you eat 5 of those right now?
No. Nope.
6.
I'm not. I'll have one. I don't want to do sugar stuff middle of the day, but they're very thoughtful. My boss gave me a big gift card this morning.
I heard. Does he know my birthday's coming up too, or?
It's not. You're not. You got to stay here a little bit longer.
Crowbar that in there.
All right. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Boy, these are good. Never been a bad cupcake in the history of the world. We all have different ideas about success. We achieve it at different times in different ways. If you've recently changed jobs, you're considering retirement, you're probably thinking about your own version of success, striving to reach your goals. Maybe it's time. On is Jason McIntyre. He makes predictions, former newspaper guy that kicked that career to the curb and upgraded. He makes big, bold predictions on the headlines after the games. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right. You're starting with my favorite pick of the week. Tomorrow's headlines today. Titans, Jags, a battle for the yucky AFC South title.
It's tough to envision Josh Dobbs being a starting playoff quarterback, but the headline will be Henry VIII. Titans execute plan to perfection. I'm with you, Colin. This is a Titans team. I took them at +7, took them at +6.5. It's down to 6. Colin, this is a scary matchup for Jacksonville. They're favored. Big number. They've been a favorite 3 times this season.
Lost
to Houston, lost to the Giants, lost to the Broncos. They are used to being an underdog, and this is a tall order because Tennessee rested their guys against Dallas 2 weeks ago. So it's not just Derrick Henry that's coming back. It's Simmons and Autry on the defensive line. Treylon Burks is trending toward playing in the secondary. Hooker and Fulton look like they're going to go. Colin, is a rested team. Vrabel is an underdog. Like, a lot of narratives line up here. I like Trevor Lawrence. I'd love to see him in the playoffs, but I'm very dubious of their chances in this one.
Yep, you and me both, my favorite pick of the week. Tomorrow's headlines today, NFC East, Giants and Eagles. What say you?
Yeah, it sounds like Daboll is going to rest his guys, pick up another loss, and that leads to an Eagles victory. And the headline will be, you cannot be serious. Nick causes racket in Philly. How about that? Little McEnroe play there.
I like it.
I think Sirianni should be your coach of the year. I mean, goodness gracious, what a season he's had with Philly. Nobody had them being the number 1 seed. Not many people had them winning the division. I think with Jalen Hurts returning, even though there's no Lane Johnson this week, they have to get that number 1 seed to get the bye week so Lane Johnson hopefully can return. This is a team that's banged up. They're not trending well right now, but I do think they steamroll a Giants team here that sits Saquon Barkley. I don't know if we're going to see Thibodeau out there. It sounds like Daniel Jones, they may not start him, may play him just a series or 2. I think the Giants rest their guys. They get destroyed here. Eagles are favored by 14, Colin.
That's a huge number.
It is.
Tomorrow's headlines today. I think my second favorite pick, it's Rams-Seahawks NFC West battle.
We do have a lot of alignment this week. 2 Capricorns, right?
That's right.
The headline will be Hasta la vista, Petey. Baker terminates Carroll's playoff hopes. Look at Baker Mayfield, the Terminator. Colin, listen, the familiarity is there. McVay nearly beat the Seattle team a couple weeks ago.
He's beaten Pete 8 out of 12 meetings.
With John Wolford. The Wolf of Wall Street was a quarterback, and they nearly took down Seattle. This is a Cam Akers spot right here. I think Sean McVay is really in his bag in this game. He would love nothing more than to take down a division rival, eliminate them from the playoffs.
Sure.
I would expect a trick play or 2 from the Rams here. I know Seattle fans are going to not want to hear this, but this is a tough spot for Geno Smith. The pressure is squarely on him. Baker's playing with house money.
His top running back has been sick
Kenneth
this
Walker,
week.
illness, good call. Yeah, I like the Rams here. Outright.
Yeah, Seattle is a young team that played element of surprise, played very well early, and then post-Thanksgiving, as is often the case, average quarterback struggle. People have film. The weather gets worse. They face more division battles.
Now, I will say, you were on this early. They drafted 2 tackles who have been pretty good.
Yes.
You got Metcalf and Lockett. You got Kenneth Walker. You put a quarterback in there next year.
Pretty
maybe
interesting.
Bryce Young,
and
that Denver pick at
well,
3.
also Seattle's got 2 firsts, 2 seconds, 2 fourths. So they can if they don't even have to draft as well as last year.
Yeah.
They need to. I think the interior O-line
Correct.
need another edge rusher, probably another corner. They may move off Jamal Adams here pretty quick. He's very
they would
rarely
love to do that.
Yeah. All right. Tomorrow's headlines today. Can't wait to watch this. Lions Packers at Lambeau.
A game of the weekend has to be, with no disrespect to Titans Jags, but the headline will be it's alive. It's alive. Packers playoff push rises from the dead. You got Frankenstein as Aaron Rodgers, and they've won 4 in a row. They were pretty much left for dead back in November. It was looking
they have
ugly.
like a 5 or 6 game losing streak?
Yeah, it was terrible. And I had to look this up, Colin. This is some crazy stuff. When they lost to Detroit, by the way, the first game in his career, Rodgers had thrown 2 red zone picks. Their leading rusher in that game was Aaron Rodgers with 40 yards. Their leading receiver, I don't even know who this is, Josiah Dugaria, had 5 catches. They were beat up in that game. Watson was not 100%. The offensive line was makeshift. They're healthy now. All their receivers look like they're a go. I think this is a tough spot for Detroit. You do play all the narratives. Detroit, dome team.
I just don't.
17 degrees.
It's a big spot for the Lions.
Yeah, a lot of pressure. Listen, Dan Campbell's done a magnificent job. The offensive coordinator, we've mentioned him all season. Ben Johnson has been terrific. Just think it's a tough call here. Packers at home. That place is going to be very lubricated on Sunday night. I like the Packers to kind of roll here and cover easily.
You know what's interesting about, I was thinking about this. We started the year at Fox. We thought, our bosses were like, we were a little concerned about the NFC. How lucky are we? We're going to get Aaron Rodgers potentially, the Cowboys, the Niners. Philadelphia is an unbelievable sports town, and Brady in the playoffs.
Not bad.
We were sitting here as a network. We're like, the NFC's got. We also get the New York Giants, so we get the Northeast, Brady, Aaron Rodgers, the Cowboys, and as you said about an hour ago, you may have said it off the air during a commercial. NFC is wide open. I mean, if I told you that the Eagles lose first round, would you be shocked? I don't know if I would be.
Well, listen, I'm on record. I think the Giants may upset the Vikings in that first round.
I think they are.
And that Cowboys-Bucks game feels like a coin toss. I'm worried about Dallas in that one.
All right.
Let's move on to
Tomorrow's headlines today. Vikings and Bears. Now, you know the Vikings are going to bounce back, right?
Well, Justin Fields is not playing in this one.
Okay,
So
all right.
The headline will be, Skulls out. Cousins shoves Bears into locker. Look at Kirk Cousins with the letter jacket there. Colin, I got 2 words for you. Nathan Peterman.
Oh, boy.
He hasn't started since 2018. He started 2 games that year. 67 pass attempts, 5 interceptions, 2 pick sixes. I don't know if you remember, it was really bad for Nathan Peterman. Now he's got to go behind one of the worst offensive lines in the league. The defense is beat up and terrible to begin with. It looked like they quit after halftime against the Lions last week. This is a 1-2-3 Cancun huddle to start the game, and I think the Vikings put it on them. Take out some revenge on just, like, they haven't looked good down the stretch, right? They got crushed by the Cowboys. They got slaughtered by the Packers. I think the Vikings kind of open a can here. It's like 25-9 or 35-9 or something kind of big for Minnesota.
The rule in the NFL is if you're a team with a competent quarterback and you get housed, the next week you're good.
This is it.
So you have to have a decent quarterback. You have to be a capable offense. So Minnesota's got players. Their defense. I will say this about the Vikings, though. I agree with you. I think the Giants are going to beat the Vikings if they play. That Viking run defense is awful. Yeah.
Their best defensive players, I think, Patrick Peterson this season, who hasn't been very good. He's, former Cardinals cornerback.
All right. Now we go to college football.
Yeah.
Georgia TCU. Tomorrow's headlines today. I know what I feel. You go first.
Yeah. Oh, boy. TCU is a great story, Colin. Amazing run. Incredible win over Michigan.
Great story.
The headline will be Peach Gobbler. Georgia feasts on frog legs. Listen, TCU, it has been a great run. But listen, I don't want to be diminished their win over Michigan. Do you know how lucky they got last week? 2 pick sixes for touchdowns.
Yeah.
Michigan, turnover on downs at the 3-yard line.
Yeah.
And then a fumble on the doorstep. Okay, that's like historic stuff. Michigan kind of handed the game to TCU, who was good last week. But this is going to be Georgia bouncing back. Think about this. Georgia got shredded by maybe the number 1 pick in C.J. Stroud, who was incredible.
Also, Marvin
Harrison, the best receiver in college football.
He's incredible.
By the way, did you see what happened when he went out?
Not the
in the
same.
fourth quarter, it
Yeah.
was like, different story. So I think they're in some trouble here, TCU. Let's not diminish their incredible season, but this feels like a 40-20. I'm on Georgia in the under.